Nick, introduce yourself one more time for us. Who are you? What do you do besides being a weirdo? That's your tagline today.
That's my tagline. Yeah, I don't want to take myself too seriously. Then people expect too much out of me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm Nick Hamze, and I make things, and then sometimes I tell people about the things. Sometimes I launch things.
Yeah,
that's about it.
You were with us. I don't know. It was 6 weeks ago or so, and you run a comic book store, right?
Pokemon card store.
Pokemon card store.
No, comic books are too nerdy.
Oh man,
I love it.
You gotta draw a line somewhere.
I walked right into an insulting way to think about you. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I take insults for a living, so.
Nice. And we're also joined again by Ian Misner.
Yeah, hi, thank you.
Yeah. This is not a standard WP Product Talk thing. This is a post-production. Let's do it again, follow-up kind of thing. And we've never done this before. So we're trying it out and see how it goes. But the reason why we're doing a follow-up is because Nick just shoved a bunch of code into 37 million websites all over the world. I think it was a major improvement. If you haven't been following the news, then one of the recent WordPress updates, there's now a new way that you can discover plugins in the Add Plugins screen. It's always been there. It's called Feature Plugins. But in the past, the list of feature plugins was pretty static. I think completely static. I think
it was like 8 years someone figured out, and they went on archive.org, went all the way back. I was like, wow, that's a long time.
Yeah. And Nick has been playing with a plugin he built a while back called Hidden Gems, which helps to surface different types of plugins in the plugin directory in your WordPress admin. And I'm thinking that was part of the inspiration for how this came to be. And that's where I want to start, Nick, is I want to hear a little bit of the backstory, because it's one of those things in WordPress where everybody's like, man, I just wish we can make this one thing change, make one thing different, one thing better. You freaking did it, Nick. What's the backstory here?
So curation of the repo has been my white whale for years. I don't even know how many, probably 8, 9, 10 years. Cause I was like, there has to be some level of humans surfacing cool stuff. This is even before AI. So it's just me. I don't know how many times I've tried to do this. And so then I asked Matt about it, and he's like, okay, go ahead. So he always, from the beginning, he was all on board. He's always like, okay, go ahead and do it. But he didn't tell me how to get it done.
Yeah.
And so I had a call with him a couple of weeks ago, and he's like, just stop making excuses, just do it. And I was like, okay. So I went and contacted the people. I went down the list of, this person's in charge of this, that, and I figured out how it was done. Thank goodness it's not actually pushing code. It's a checkbox. Otherwise, I'd be way too afraid to actually do it.
I do want to throw in though, you skipped over probably months, years of back work that you have done, right? Because I mean, you posted a blog post in January about digging through the thousands of plugins being added and how nobody finds it. You built the Hidden Gems plugin. You've done the idea that if you flipped a switch, you're leaving out a lot of hard work that you've done. I think.
Yeah, exactly.
That's boring, though.
It's not. I asked Matt, and he said yes, and so it worked. You had.
I want to bore users with my tragic backstory.
Wow.
Slaving away, trying to advocate for change, but.
Yeah.
See, but I think that there's something really positive and inspiring. And I know even when you shared the announcement of this, I mean, you got some interesting feedback, which I'll probably dig into a little bit with you too. But I mean, it's not like you went from 0 to 1 here. The last several months, this is a drum you've been banging on. You've been showing up. You've been talking about, the discoverability problem for new plugins, and, WordPress being static being a problem, make WordPress weird and the themes weird. But you've been hitting the message hard for a long time. And it's a message that I think more people need to hear. We covered that in the last episode quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
But I think specifically, there's this sort of WordPress community vibe that, everyone wants to yell about the things not being done. You're just like, well, no, I'm just going to go do the thing. And I don't know. Could you maybe walk through a little bit of what got you excited about it? What got you, how did you push through to just do something? I
mean, that's kind of how I always do it. When I worked at Automatic, my self-appointed title was Chief Swag Officer, because I was always upset at how the merch was not that great, and so I would just I think at one time I was spending a fourth of my paycheck just making cool WordPress things that I would hand out at meetups and whatnot, because I was like, hey, I want to see this stuff exist. and that no one was going to make it except it was me. So this is kind of, I've always had this problem that I don't know how to stay in my lane. And I was like, I think every other app store, the Apple iOS one, this, that, people have ways to go from 0 to 1 million without a ton of paid press or advertising. You know what I'm saying? There's a way that good stuff rises to the top. And I feel like there wasn't a way in WordPress to do this. So I've been obsessed about this for, I don't even know how long. And so I was like, I just couldn't not have it happen. So I kept being annoying, and they finally let me do it.
So how many random DMs have you got from people being like, put my plugin on the features list now?
It's not too bad. So I wanted to kind of make a process for it. So on the Make Slack, there's a feature plugins channel.
Nice.
So people can advocate. Because I want people to know that you don't have to do anything to be considered, but there is a lot of stuff. So if someone wants to advocate for their plugin, I'm totally fine with that. Some people are upset that it's this one weirdo making all the decisions, but that's kind of how it has to happen for a little while. You know what I mean?
It's kind of how .org has worked in a lot of ways over all the years. And it's not just you, but like Otto,
one weirdo making all the
decisions all by himself, and before him Mika was making all kinds of decisions all by herself. It kind of is sometimes how it is.
Well, and it's also how things actually get done sometimes. I'm sure you've seen there's the GitHub discussion about adding a bunch more core blocks. Everyone's mad about it, and it's like, what are we mad about? If there was no discussion, you could drop some blocks and it would be just fine. And actually, I mean, this kind of ties into the negative feedback you got in some cases. The 8 plugins that were there before were almost all automatic affiliated, and now they're not. Why are people mad? Do you have thoughts?
One of them is still the Wayback Machine is still an automatic one.
Well, I mean that one I thought that's what do you call it? The internet needs that. I came so I'm a real weirdo. I love to use the archive.org to find, let's say, what the Pokemon website looked in '94 or whatever. And it's so crazy how many cool things don't exist just because all the links are broken to things. And I was like, this is really, really necessary. That was kind of the one of the plugins where I was like, you know what? I kind of picked that one. I mean, it still fit the criteria, but I was like, I need more people to use stuff because I feel the internet 20 years from now needs to be better than it was 20 years ago. But I don't know. So that's one thing too. This is probably why it happened now is that my last conversation with Matt, he's like, just tell people that it's happening. Don't go and tell people, hey, well, this is the idea we have. It's like, you know what? It's happening regardless because it's already been blessed by him. So so it made how I approach it a little bit easier because I'm always worried that people are going to say mean things because they usually do on WordPress.org. But I came from the assumption that I'm going to do this, but I want to make it as few people upset as possible. Like I didn't know how people could be upset because it seems like a positive change regardless. Yeah, like especially even no matter what you feel about whatever, given people, because again, under my guidelines, it's only plugins that don't have that many installs. There's never going to be a situation where Yoast is going to pay me $1 million to be listed. It's like, I don't give a crap. That's why there's always nefarious intentions whenever something's done. That's why things never get curated because they're always like, oh, what if the person who's picking is influenced by X, Y, and Z? It's like, I don't worry about stuff like that.
Yeah. Did you pick all the individual ones that are there right now, or was there a process? Or
no, it was just me. Yeah.
But so you're creating a process, more or less.
Yeah. I mean, I had guidelines because I didn't want to pick. I can't pick something that all 1-star reviews. We can't pick something that you know what I'm saying. Kind of shying away from plugins that are for WooCommerce or you know what I'm saying, for platforms because I feel those don't have a wide enough appeal. Because even some of the ones we picked, the early stats, what's the Ollie menu thing called? Whatever that is.
Ollie menu navigation thing.
Yeah, whatever that thing is. He saw the biggest gains because it's the most general thing. Some of the other ones, even though they're being featured, they're not getting massive amounts of. So I feel it's important to find ones that have a wider appeal. I didn't know anything about the accessibility plugin, but is it Steve on Twitter? I was like, hey, this would be a good idea.
Steve and Amber, yep.
Yeah, so I was like, I think he's going to be in the next round because I think there's nothing wrong with making the web a better place for everyone.
Yeah, I thought your feedback to them about just their plugin card essentially was really interesting. Is that part of the guidelines?
Oh no, that's part of me not knowing how to stay in my lane. But I feel if we're going to feature somebody, I want them to succeed. And I feel all these readmes are written for developers. If it's a plugin for regular people, you should write why they should care. It's not about what it can do. It's like, why should I even? Because again, they only have 150 characters to make their case, and I just didn't feel like if I put his up next time, I didn't think it's going to get the max amount of clicks and installs, and so I thought, you know what, I'll give him some feedback, see what he says.
So what do you mean by next time? What's the next time? How does that happen?
Well, so it was going to be every week, but I feel it's too fast of a deal. So I'm doing every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So every 2 weeks, the 8 will change.
Wow. That's awesome.
Because again, if I just picked 8 new ones and that's staying for 8 years, that also wouldn't make any sense. So I feel it has to keep going, especially because it's not that much work to pick. It's literally just unclicking 8 checkboxes, clicking 8 checkboxes, and finding. I mean, AI does most of the work, and it's gonna be a little bit easier now too, because I feel probably at least like half or maybe a fourth of them will be ones that people advocate themselves. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I want to find them all, because hopefully people who are passionate about something will at least tell me their plugin exists.
I mean, between Ian and I, we probably have the next 6 weeks of
that'd be great. Yeah,
plugins for you, no problem.
Drop it in the channel. Because there's some things that maybe I wouldn't find useful that a lot of people would. So I don't want just my things that I would use, because again, I'm just one weirdo. So that's why I would love it if more people would get involved and
and that's just
figuring out the stuff.
The WordPress Slack is where there's a channel in there. You were saying people just drop in.
Yeah, feature plugins drop in to tell me what they think.
And you have a guidelines in there or whatnot?
Yeah. I mean, it's basic stuff. You have to. I mean, most of the things are just things you have to do to be in the repo anyways. But there has to be. Nobody can have over 10,000 installs. It has to be released in the last year. What was another one? The number of reviews. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be mostly good. Nice. And then basic stuff. There's you can't be full of. Again, they can be commercial, but you don't want to be ads every 5 seconds. We want to make sure that's a good representation of, because again, that's the people, good or bad, people's experience with plugins also colors how they'll think of WordPress. So these have to be kind of a good example.
We're not going to see nothing wrong with these folks, but the OmniSend connector. All it is a an email connector to their site.
None of that. That's the problem too. I don't feel people realize is that, I mean, that from my post is that most of the plugins that releases are going to be that. They're going to be payment gateways for WooCommerce. They're going to be ultra specific connectors for a theme or a plugin. It's like, that's not helpful for.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really, I'm very much prone to the block editor. So if people make cool, and the hope is too, is that when people see that there is a path to actually get some installs, hopefully it will get more people to put things in the repo or make cool things, because I feel we're in the biggest boom of being able to make things, but I don't think that we're really seeing the quality and creativity of things that you would want to see. Yeah. The stuff is good. You can always write good code, but I want to see people solving problems that we couldn't solve before because it was too niche or it was too hard to do, that now it's easy with a whole bunch of little robotic minions.
Yep. How much is your Hidden Gems plugin helping you, or is that not in the? It's not. Yeah,
that was just kind of the first iteration, and now AI has gotten so good that I think the latest iteration I just use Codex just directly accesses the API, and I just have a conversation with it saying, hey, take out stuff that has this in the title, or take out plugins that are over this, and that was kind of a fun thing to see if people wanted to surface them themselves. But if you're just trying to find things to surface, it's not as easy. That's just clicking through screens, and it's easier to have the AIs automate it. But
interesting. Just hitting the WordPress.org plugins API or something like that. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. I mean, I think for me, the version 2 of Hidden Gems is I would love it if I could convince the powers that be to make instead of just being featured, popular, whatever, I would love to have categories. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like ways to browse things that were like more, do it by crazy filters, do it by newest, do it by highly rated, and then be able to drill down in the iOS store. You're just like, hey, I want to find all productivity apps, and it can go in. Because we already have the tags. You just have to surface it better.
Absolutely.
Being able to filter by WooCommerce or advanced custom fields, like all the things
100%. that people actually are using. Because again, search, people complain about the search, but search can only do so much. There needs to be, especially if you don't know what you're looking for. You just know that, hey, I use WooCommerce and I would like things to make it better, faster, more secure. Yeah, you're not always going to know what exists.
Yeah. I think that'd be great. I mean, that's what folks are looking for sure, and it's such a user-focused benefit.
Yeah.
It's not just good for the plugins. It's good for the users, you're saying.
And again, I think people want to do it for years, but there's always in the back of their minds like, oh, what if this person prioritizes their own stuff or their friend's stuff? It's like, guys, you can't make everybody suffer for the what ifs. Guess what? If there's someday that I start putting people that shouldn't be featured because they're my friends or whatever, then kick me out. Have someone else do it. It's not you know what I'm saying? It's not hard. I just don't like the what if disaster scenarios. Just try it. Try it and see what happens. Again, that's why this AI world is so fun to me, because there's nothing that I won't try. There's just so many cool. This morning I woke up. Hey, what if I could make a WooCommerce plugin that made the whole site a single page? I was like, okay, I did it this morning. I'm gonna go after this call. I'm gonna go test it out and see how it works. It's just fun that there's no limits anymore.
Yeah, well, I think that's the part that I got most excited seeing that you've done this, is like you spent months or probably years, I don't know how far back, sort of like banging the drum, making the noise about the problem. You've tried to solve it, many iterations yourself. You're not just somebody complaining. You're showing up and you're doing the work, and it led to something getting fixed. I think that there's a real big takeaway that people should hang on to here of like, you own the problem, you came with a solution, you're willing to keep fixing it. That's how this is supposed to work, right? Like that's the point.
And your motivations are really on the user, not on like, how can I prop up my own business or whatever.
No, because again, like my roots in this whole thing is that my first interaction with like the community is me and my brother used to use our own money to fly to San Francisco for WordCamp San Francisco, and I didn't attend a panel, I didn't do anything. All I did was just work the merch table the entire time because I thought that was fun. Like that was just my thing. Like for 2 years straight, we just used our own money, did our own stuff. We were in college, and I was like, so the same thing. Like people doing stuff just for the greater good. I don't understand how that's like there's no way you're doing that. Like there's something you're getting a kickback. Or like the guy that was all mad that, oh, you can't do this because you have Matt's ears. Like, guys, anybody can ping Matt on the Make Slack. And if you have not just an idea, because again, ideas are a dime a dozen. If you say, you know what, I have this, I want to do this, and I have it all ready to go, he's going to greenlight it. Like there's no like most people that say like, oh, I've been trying for years. Like you just go and send an angry tweet once a quarter. Like that's not the same as trying.
Yeah, 100%.
I like that a lot.
What do you think? What's the likelihood that you can keep beating this drum and we'll get filters in there?
Oh, I'm sure. So the nice thing is, when after every cycle, I'm going to make a post that shows the impact, and I feel like I've already seen it. Like you saw, Ollie's plugin went from 1,000 installs to 2,000. Like there's definitely been an impact on. I mean, if you look at the graph, it's just like straight up. And I was like, so we know there's been an impact, but I think when people realize that there's no downside and only upside, I think they'll let me try a few more things. I don't know how that would work. I feel like if it's a code change, then it'll have to be like put into like 7.1 or something. I don't know if it's an API only change or if they'd have to go and put things in. But whatever it is, I feel like now again, once you're started, I feel like and you have momentum, it's a lot easier to keep going. Yeah. So
I don't know how people would handle it, but you could always put hidden gems as a featured plugin.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. No, I am never going to do that. I don't need that.
Like
kind
that's
of
how I get fired.
No. Again, I don't really care. Again, like that's why people understand. Like I don't care as long as something gets done. Like I told these guys when I was pitching this. Like if you guys want to have someone on the plugins team do it, I don't care. I'm not worried about my name being attached to it. I'm not going to go put it on my LinkedIn page that I'm an official featured plugin and whatever. It's like who cares? Like if someone else wants to run with things, like if I get to start it and we get a bunch of like really excited people that want to like run with this, I say go ahead, you guys go do it. I'll go find something else. I don't care. I just the status quo makes me so upset in every single way. I just can't, especially the way we are now. Things should be changing every 5 minutes, and I'm gonna push to make them do that because there's no reason why they can't. We have the ability, we have the drive, we have the passion, we have it's just people stuck in their ways, and they better get on board and get out.
How should people help you then? Because I love the message. What do you need? What do you need from people to make this easier for you?
I mean, for this particular project, I don't need any. I mean, I would love it if they drop their plugins in and that would help find the deals. But I think what I really need is I need other people to find other areas and let's make this a thing. Let's make this a movement. Let's say, you know what? Let's find all the little dusty corners of WordPress that we want to change and let's just do it.
Yeah.
I don't think there'll be a single. People always say, "Oh yeah, what was the deal? Like PR's welcome or whatever." That's always like the brush off. Shit. Now every single person could. I don't care what the thing is. I could make a PR for it, and it would pass, and it would be great. There's no limit to what we can do. And even some people don't want to be on AI coding. It's like shit. If you have an idea, you have the passion. Let's partner up with some people that do want to do that. Do you want to write the code? Do you want to push the patches? Do you want to? Let's make everything better always.
If someone has the idea and the passion, can they reach out to you for tips?
Sure. Well, they always can. Yeah. Just not on X because I never answer and I feel terrible. I had some guy do that. Not you guys. You guys are I'm even terrible worse about. But some guy reached out and I was like, shit, I haven't seen this for 2 weeks. I feel awful. But no, I would love to talk to anybody about
Yeah.
Those kind of things. Maybe we'll have our own Slack group. There'll be the weirdos. Just pick an area, and then we'll just, I can't say berate, but what do you call that? Be persistent in our desires and just like, because with Matt, I got to the point where all I needed him to say was thumbs up. I didn't need anything from him. I didn't need him to talk to anybody or do anything. I was just like, can I do this? He was like, sure.
Yeah.
I think we can get all the ideas to that point where all we need is the thumbs
Green
up.
light.
And now I feel too. I got a little bit more. I actually did something, so maybe people would be less likely to.
I actually really like that even as a business strategy. This is a little bit of a pivot, but there's a lot to be said about trying to make your ideas so good and so simple that all it needs is a thumbs up. And that whoever needs to give the thumbs up, they can just look at it and just decide on the spot, is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Because there's so many times where people are trying to make decisions where it's like, well, let me put together a proposal. And then that's like a 10-page thing. And it's like ridiculous.
The people in charge don't even want to read the proposal. It's like they got 77 other proposals. There's a great book about this. It's a U.S. Navy officer wrote. It's just turn the ship around.
Yep.
It's just like, do enough of the work that all they need to do is say yes, and that everyone's happy. And it's a whole, it's 200 pages. I'd recommend it to anybody, though. It's great. But just solve the problem, do the work, just make it easy to approve.
They couldn't make that book into something that I could just thumbs up or thumbs down.
Well, you can't with AI. Let's do it. I think that's actually why this happens, because I think it was in January. Matt put an internal post about how we should be more concise with the way we talk. And I have a problem being a little bit too verbose when I talk to him, because I'm also trying to make my case. And now I just, I give him 3 sentences because he's not going to read 4 pages. So at the end of the day, it's like, I want to do this, this, and this, yes or no. And I usually get a 3-word response back, and I just go with it. So maybe that's another thing too. Maybe because that's one thing that really bothers me about the WordPress discourse. Everybody makes a blog post, and it's a college thesis with footnotes and whatever. It's like, guys, nobody wants to hear you wax poetical about why something should be. Say, this is the problem. This is my fix. Yes or no. And I think if more people did that, we'd actually, rather than talk about, I don't know how many times people bring up 18th century literature. It's like, no one cares about that. Okay, literally, say, this is a pain point. This is a solution. Yes or no. And it'll always be yes.
It's called Gutenberg, so they have to.
No, that's why I'm so glad some people still call it that, but it's like, don't make it so pretentious.
Yeah.
This is just cool tools for everyday folks.
I love it. Well, Nick, I am super thankful for what you have done and for this idea. I love that folks can just jump into that featured plugin Slack channel and contribute and give their ideas. I'm looking forward to seeing more of your guidelines. I think that will also be interesting. There is a lot of conversation about folks and the way that we kind of try to game our READMEs for search and things like that. I think that this effort can help to kind of stem some of that, maybe, perhaps. The more that we can get some best practices going in there so that the right plugins are being found by the right users, I think it's good for everybody, for the whole ecosystem. So
yeah, for sure. No. Yeah. So if anyone's watching, they want to, even if you don't have a plugin suggestion, you just want to, let's say you want to give your next thing that you want to see fixed. I mean, this is my room. We can talk about whatever we want. No one's gonna say, hey, that's off topic. The topic is making WordPress better, fun, and weird. So I'm okay with any discussions in that vein.
I would strongly recommend people show up and recommend other people's plugins.
That's even a more strong signal if you're not self-promotion. Shit, if you have a plugin that you love and you install on every site, I want to hear about it. That'd be awesome.
User role editor. I can't live without that one. And user switching, that one too.
Yeah, drop it in because I won't remember.
Yeah, user switching is great. The free code snippets plugin I have on too many sites. It's a good one. So,
great stuff. Well, this has been a WP Product Talk follow-up, first ever. And thanks so much, Nick.
Sounds good. Thanks for talking, guys.
Next time.
Yep.